Woo! This is so creepy. I hate coming here. Let's keep moving.
ये तो बहुत ही बड़ा है भाई। ये पूरा भरा हुआ है।
Ma'am, can you tell me your name? Okay, just relax, ma'am. Just relax. Just relax. Just relax.
Never ignore the warning signs of a hostile wilderness encounter. Tonight, we watch investigators get hopelessly lost as children's clothes appear on trees and a lone traveler trapped inside his car by an unseen presence. Would you survive the night? This video comes from a page called Beckler89. The account owner found himself in a disturbing situation while running through Fish Creek with his dog Cooper. During the run, Cooper stopped to smell something near the trail. The man used that moment to pause and check his phone. When he looked up again, he noticed a coyote hiding in the bushes less than 10 steps away. Even more concerning, the animal appeared to be focused directly on Cooper. The man immediately began shouting and trying to scare it away. However, the coyote barely reacted.
Ah! Get out of here! Hey! Hey! No! Get out of here! Ah! Get out of here! Get going! Get going! Hey! Go! Come on! Hey! Get out of here! Ha! Let's go! Come on! Let's go! Ha!
No one else was nearby, and the animal continued moving toward Cooper. Worried that it might attack, the man activated his smart glasses so the entire encounter would be recorded. The coyote behaved with unusual confidence. The shouting did not frighten it, and each time the man tried to force it away, the animal returned. Later, he explained that he could not tell whether the coyote was hunting Cooper or simply defending its territory. Some viewers believed Cooper was in real danger, while others thought the man reacted too strongly. It is also possible that the coyote had pups nearby and wanted both of them to leave. Still, its attention seemed fixed on Cooper throughout the encounter. Coyotes may sometimes see domestic dogs as threats or competitors, especially near a protected area. Do you think the man was overreacting, or was he right to take the danger seriously? This encounter shows how a peaceful camping trip can turn disturbing after a scream leads to abandoned clothing and a blood-stained scarf deep in the forest. On February 28, 2025, YouTuber Mo Sargi uploaded a solo camping video recorded deep in the Canadian backcountry. The trip was supposed to be a peaceful overnight stay in a remote forest far from the nearest town. However, as the video continued, the calm atmosphere gradually became unsettling.
I'm listening in right now. I just heard. It sounded like a woman screaming. Yeah, that was weird. Wasn't even recording. I'm just walking, and it sounded like a woman, like actually screaming like she needed help. It's hard to hear with this thick hat on.
Mo was hiking toward a small fort that he had started building during an earlier visit. While walking through the forest, he heard a sound that seemed like a woman screaming somewhere in the distance. At first, Mo thought the noise might have come from an animal. Soon afterward, however, he discovered something unusual along the trail.
Probably another half an hour to get to the campsite. I was trying to build like a fort. Oh, what the fuck? Somebody lost a jacket. How do you lose a jacket out here? Hello? Doesn't it look like someone got like pushed or something? Ugh. It looks like somebody got pushed here. It's like a woman's jacket. Yeah, it's a winter jacket. It's a nice one too. What the hell? Somebody dropped their jacket. Yeah, it looks like somebody like fell here. This is like a little bridge. I wonder if somebody under the bridge. Hello? Nope. Yeah, it looks like somebody fell. Yeah, it looks like a big scuffle. Like it literally looks like a big scuffle happened. I wonder if that was... No, I don't think so. I'm trying to think here. I'm like, I wonder if that was like the scream that I heard. I'm going to leave this hanging. Maybe somebody fell and then they just left without their jacket. I'm going to leave it hanging right here. That's weird.
A winter jacket was lying partly buried in the snow. It appeared damaged and seemed completely out of place in such an isolated area. The snow around the jacket looked disturbed. A small footbridge nearby also appeared to show signs that someone may have fallen or been pushed against it. Since no one was around, Mo hung the jacket where it could easily be seen in case its owner returned.
It's just, I'm not liking this adventure. This is probably one of the worst ones today. It's just the snow is too deep. I should have known better than to come here. But it's okay. I've got a lot. So yeah, I will see you guys back. Woo. Okay, that was loud. That sounded like it was close by.
Max altitude reached.
Come on, come down, you stupid drone. That sounded like somebody was nearby.
Landing.
Yeah, that was someone definitely screaming. Yet again. I need to go and investigate that. If somebody is actually out here and they do need help, I'm gonna leave this for now and go and see if this lady actually needs help. Came from this area, which obviously is where the creepy haunted dolls are. Hello, ladies. Have you heard of a screaming woman out here? This is so creepy. I hate coming here. Let's keep moving. Oh, Jesus. Jeez, that scared the crap out of me.
He then continued deeper into the forest with food, a portable grill, and basic camping supplies. Even as he prepared to stay overnight, he could not stop thinking about the jacket and the scream he had heard. While Mo was setting up camp, another loud sound traveled through the trees. This time it seemed close enough to make him seriously concerned. As he searched the surrounding area, Mo discovered a scarf frozen in the snow. The fabric appeared to be stained with dried blood. The scarf, the abandoned jacket, and the distant cries made the situation feel much more serious. Mo eventually decided to return toward the parking area.
Back to my car, and this guy was just standing on the trail smoking a cigarette, and he looked really, really stressed and pissed off. But I don't see a woman anywhere. There's another guy behind me here. But this guy in the white car looked very fucking suspicious, so I started recording him. Like, he was just standing there, looking like he's waiting on someone, and there's literally no one else here. So, I don't know, I think this might be our guy. I have no proof of it, but he just looked like he was very pissed. And when I was walking out the trail, he was just walking very, very slowly, like he had just done something wrong. That's weird. Maybe this is our guy. What's he doing? What the hell is Buddy doing? What are you doing, buddy? What the hell is he doing? Oh, he's cleaning up some garbage. Okay, that's nice of him. Or evidence. He just picked up a beer can. Okay, Buddy's not our perp here. Now he's just sitting there. His car's not even running. I think I got his face. I don't know how clear that camera was. I'm gonna drive by him right now and see if there's a woman in the vehicle. Here we go. I'm so nervous right now. Let's see if there's a woman in the vehicle, yeah? Yeah, I don't see a woman in the car. What's he doing? He's got clothes back there. Oh, that's weird. Why is Buddy over here running away now? That's so weird. This guy came, picked up a can, and just left. Oh, he's pulling out. Bro, is this guy gonna follow me? I'm gonna pull back in and try to record him. I feel like this may be our guy, to be honest. A car that maybe crashed. Or maybe it's her car. Maybe something happened. What the hell happened here? Oh, is that a woman? Oh my God. That's a woman on the phone. Maybe something happened to her, but she had clothes on her. I'm going back. This is crazy. Like, this just happened. Like, something literally just happened. I gotta figure out what it is. She's sitting in the tow truck passenger side. Like, her car... Yeah, that is a woman. Hi. Are you okay? Okay, I'm... Like, this is fucked up. Dude sitting there in the parking lot. I'm recording this for the cops. Like, something just went down. The parking lot is literally right there, guys. Dude's sitting there. I'm literally going to sit here and watch this shit. I'm going to call the cops, and I'm going to tell them what I found. I'm going to send them my footage. If that is the woman, she's okay. And she's wearing clothes somehow. Maybe the tow truck guy gave her clothes. I don't know. That guy looked fucking shady, I'm telling you. He looked fucking shady. My blood is literally boiling right now. Like, I'm really pissed off.
Near the trail, he noticed a man who appeared tense. Another person picked up a beer can and then walked away while the first man remained inside a white car with the engine turned off despite the cold. Mo watched the man's movements and also noticed a woman sitting inside a nearby tow truck. She appeared alert and was speaking on the phone. Concerned by everything he had seen, Mo recorded the area and sent the footage to the authorities. However, he never received any further information about the incident. The situation remains unexplained. Some viewers believe Mo may have arrived shortly after an emergency, while others suspect something more disturbing occurred in the forest. A blood-stained object or abandoned clothing may come from an accident, but without witnesses or an official report, there is no way to know for certain. Do you think Mo discovered the remains of an emergency, or was something more serious happening nearby? MKP Studios is a popular YouTube channel that shares some of the most frightening, unusual, and unexplained videos found online. On April 25, 2026, the channel published footage of a creator exploring the rain-soaked backwoods of Washington state. At first, the area appears calm and inviting. The trail is surrounded by endless trees, clean air, and beautiful scenery, making it seem like the perfect place for hikers hoping to get away from civilization. However, only a few minutes into the trip, the creator begins noticing strange objects scattered across the forest floor.
After finding the scraps of food and the bag of clothes, I started to feel like I was getting close to something that I shouldn't. After a while, I came across something even stranger.
No way, it's a GoPro. There's an SD card in here too. Hold on a minute. Looks like it's a 32 gigabyte SD card. Crazy. Okay, to quickly recap, so I haven't found anything over the past, we've just been hiking into the woods. I've been hearing a couple weird sounds here and there, and something caught my eye, and it was a GoPro camera. And what's even stranger is that there's a SD card. I always like to remind myself that there are many stories of people disappearing in these woods, like hikers, hunters. So I don't know, maybe this GoPro belongs to someone who has gone.
He first discovers a discarded tire. Nearby, he finds a bottle containing a dark, unidentified liquid and a chemical barrel labeled as flammable. The most disturbing discovery comes when he spots an abandoned GoPro with an SD card still inside. Because the surrounding forests are connected to stories about people disappearing, the camera feels more like a warning than a piece of forgotten equipment. Instead of leaving immediately, the creator continues farther into the woods, hoping to understand what he has found. Not long afterward, loud and aggressive screams suddenly echo through the forest. Frightened by the sounds, he quickly turns around and leaves the area. Even after reaching safety, he cannot escape the feeling that something may have been watching him. Sounds can travel strangely between thick trees and uneven ground, making their source difficult to locate. Still, the abandoned camera and sudden screams make the encounter hard to dismiss. What do you think was hiding somewhere in those woods? This encounter shows how quickly a quiet night inside a vehicle can become terrifying. The footage comes from City Boy, creator of the YouTube channel with the same name. On January 25, 2026, he traveled alone into the mountains and planned to spend the night inside his camping vehicle far from civilization. When he reached the location, the surrounding area felt unusually still. He parked the vehicle, prepared his sleeping area, and drank a cup of coffee while complete silence surrounded him. Everything seemed normal and safe. Expecting a peaceful night, City Boy finished arranging his setup without knowing that something would soon approach from the darkness. Slow and deliberate footsteps suddenly broke the silence. They sounded close enough that he could not ignore them. Moments later, something struck the vehicle with a loud bang. The impact immediately destroyed his sense of security and seemed intentional, as though whoever or whatever was outside knew he was there. City Boy did not leave the vehicle to investigate. He stayed still inside, using the locked car as the only barrier between himself and the unknown presence. Then, everything became silent again. There were no voices and no footsteps moving away. In such a remote mountain area, there were no witnesses and no immediate help nearby. The silence made it impossible to know whether the visitor had left or was still standing beside the car. Do you think someone was trying to scare him, or was there another explanation? Deep inside Nagaland, a group of explorers followed a remote mountain path and found something they never expected to see. Salongse Naga is an Indian YouTube creator focused on exploring unusual places and camping in extremely remote areas. He often explains the history and stories connected to each location, making his videos both interesting and informative. In this video uploaded on November 16, 2025, Salongse and his group entered a dense forest in Nagaland for what appeared to be a normal hiking trip. However, their journey soon led them to a discovery that left everyone uneasy.
सेफ्टी के लिए बस गन भी पकड़ा हुआ है। नहीं होगा भाई, थकान महसूस हो रहा है इसलिए थोड़ा रेस्ट करा है हम लोग भी। और नदी का सहारा, क्योंकि जंगल पूरा घना हो गया तो पूरा नदी नदी उठ के जाना पड़ेगा, हम लोग आगे बढ़ना पड़ेगा। तो पूरा जंगल काट काट के जा रहा है, देखिए नदी का सहारा लेना पड़ रहा है।
The vegetation was so thick that the group had to use machetes to clear bushes and branches from their path. Because they were traveling through such an isolated area, they also carried firearms for protection from dangerous wildlife. After hiking for a long time, they finally reached a river. From there, the journey became easier because they no longer needed to cut through heavy vegetation with every step. Eventually, the group became hungry and stopped beside the river to eat. While resting, they noticed something high on a nearby mountain that immediately caught their attention.
यहाँ पर हनीबी का घोंसला है, हनीबी का घोंसला शायद ऊपर में भी है, लेकिन यहाँ से दिखाई नहीं दे रहा। आसमान पूरा है जैसा है।
They launched a drone to examine several enormous beehives. During the flight, they also spotted a trail that appeared more frequently used than anything else in the area. Curious about where it led, the group followed the path toward the top of the mountain.
ना खराब तो नहीं है, मतलब आदमी लोग आने जाना करते रहता है यहाँ पर। नीचे में तो इतना अंधेरा था, यहाँ पर ओ ये है तो ओ भाई पत्थर है। अंदर का नज़ारा देखा देता हूँ, बहुत साफ है। ऐसा ऐसा है, यहाँ पर थोड़ा अंधेरा सा है। ये मेन शेड होता है, शायद यहाँ से अंदर घुसे। दिखाता हूँ हमारा लाइट वगैरह ठीक ठाक करके। आदमी लोग मेमोरी, अपना मेमोरी पूरा लिख के रखा हुआ है। बहुत आदमी विजिट किया हुआ है यहाँ पर।
There, they discovered an old cave covered with names and messages written across its walls. They did not understand what the place was, but they continued farther inside.
मन छ भन
Deeper in the cave, they suddenly found human bones scattered throughout the area. Without knowing the history, the scene could easily have looked like a place where bodies had been hidden.
हड्डी तो किला क्या क्या चीज का हड्डी है भाई स्टिक लगा हड्डी है स्टिक लगा ये देखो खोपड़ी ये तो बहुत ही बड़ा है भाई ये पूरा भरा हुआ है यहाँ पे शायद ये पत्थर ऊपर से गिर के टूटा होगा माइकी माइकी लास ना के अन्ना itu ye kini maiki la na mata la na
After leaving, the explorers spoke with people from a nearby village. They learned that the remains belonged to local ancestors from the 17th and 18th centuries. According to the villagers, when someone died, the body was first left inside the home to dry. The bones were later placed in clay pots and carried into mountain caves with ropes and ladders. An ossuary is simply a place where human bones are stored as part of a burial tradition. The site may appear terrifying to outsiders, but to the local community, it represented respect for their ancestors. How would you have reacted if you entered that cave without knowing its history? On September 12, 2024, the YouTube channel Stay Haunted uploaded disturbing footage from an investigation inside Baobab Forest. The location is considered one of the most infamous paranormal areas in the United Kingdom and has been ranked among the 5 most haunted places in the region. Stories connected to the woods include unexplained disappearances, druidic cults, and poltergeist activity. The group entered the forest hoping to locate a rumored hidden altar. However, the atmosphere changed almost immediately after they stepped inside.
I think we need to get up.
Yeah, let's go up.
Which way we're going? Back the way?
Back away so we know which way.
Right. Back in the forest again. My light's having a meltdown. I don't understand why it's flashing like that. Because it's fully charged. What? It's crazy. Yeah, my thing's died. Here, fully charged light. And it's dead. What the hell, like? Oh, I don't know what this is doing.
Hold on. We still need to get out there, but I'll be checking them up where you are.
My torch is dead. Look at this. Fully charged battery, charge of 4 left, and it's dead.
Right. We're here.
Uh-huh.
I want to get to here. So the meat was out this tree line.
Yeah.
And then cut across, there's a big path there along the water.
Okay.
And investigate that building, and then drew it. Altar's meant to be up behind it somewhere. Like further up the pathway.
Yeah.
But see, originally what I had planned was we came in here and walk along this path here. But me and you walked in here and
my God.
walked way in that middle of the forest.
Jesus, that's crazy.
So we need to find that.
They quickly became lost as familiar trails seemed to disappear. Fallen trees blocked parts of the forest in strange patterns, making it difficult to tell which direction they had come from. Their equipment also began behaving strangely. Flashlights flickered and a fully charged device suddenly stopped working without any clear reason. As they continued deeper into the woods, the group became increasingly confused. They passed a dam and an old wall, but the landmarks did not help them understand where they were. The forest seemed to be drawing them farther inside, while making every possible exit harder to find. The situation became even more disturbing when they repeatedly heard what sounded like children somewhere among the trees.
The little girl likes you.
The little girl! We hear children's voices.
Right here, you know?
Yep, I heard it.
Hello?
Right, everybody, we have now just went in to do an investigation in the pitch black in Ballybowie Forest. We're now hearing stuff.
What was that moving?
This is crazy. Oh my God, he's seen something move. There's not many people that can say that they've...
See up there where your torch is?
Yeah.
There's like a shadow or something just walked across and moved.
Shadow?
Yeah, like a shadow figure, like dark figure moved across there. Right where your torch is now.
Yeah, there. We're going to do a bit of an investigation because we just didn't want to leave because we couldn't find obviously the altar and anything, but we've had some crazy stuff happen already, like I tell you that, and even on the way here mad stuff's been happening, so let's do this and get spooky.
I'm going to set some stuff up.
He's just using the torch here to put the equipment out. Like, look at this here, like, see when I turn around, as always, if you don't believe us, that's what I'm seeing right now. The camera's just like, nope. And cap all over there, there's cap all over there, there's a music box. Oh my God. This is crazy. I'm probably gonna have a sit down here.
Laughter, crying, and faint music echoed from the darkness. A music box brought by the investigators also began playing by itself several times, appearing to react after they asked questions. The group then reported seeing dark figures and hearing loud banging noises around them. The most alarming discovery came when they found small children's clothes hanging from a tree. They believed they had passed the same spot earlier when nothing had been there. Panic quickly took over, and the group remained lost for nearly 2 hours before finally finding their way back to the car. They never located the hidden altar. However, the host later admitted that the investigation had become dangerous much faster than expected, and the group felt as though something in the forest had found them instead. Darkness and fear can make similar trees and paths difficult to recognize, which may explain why the group became so disoriented. But what about the voices, the music box, and the clothes that seemed to appear later? Do you think they experienced paranormal activity, or did fear change the way they understood the forest? On February 19th, 2026, the YouTube channel Marvelous Marv Fishing for Life uploaded a chilling video filmed at Lake Lanier in Georgia, a place already connected to many dark and unsettling stories. Marvin had gone kayak fishing, and at first the trip appeared completely normal. Only a few minutes later, however, he found himself facing a situation that could easily have ended in tragedy.
All right, I thought I heard somebody calling for help. Hold on for a minute. Is that somebody on the ground? Holy crap. Holy crap. Hello? 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 I think we got somebody down, folks. Hello? 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 Ma'am, are you okay? Stand by. Let me get help. Let me get help.
While paddling across the lake, Marvin heard a faint sound through the wind. At first, he could not tell whether it came from an animal or if he had imagined it. Still, something made him turn around and move closer to the shoreline. As he approached, he realized that a woman was lying on the ground. She was barely conscious, struggling to breathe and weakly calling for help. Marvin immediately contacted 911.
Ma'am, do you have a name? Ma'am, do you have a name? Hello, we got an emergency here. I am at the Clark's Bridge, and I have a white female who's on the ground. Appears that she may have fallen and tripped, but she seems to be gasping for air. Ma'am?
Sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you give me the exact address? Are you on the Lake Road?
I am actually on land right now, and I need EMS quickly. I don't see that she's bleeding or anything like that. She's kind of gasping for air.
Okay, did you witness this?
No, I did not. In my kayak, and I thought I heard somebody screaming help, so I pulled up closer and I saw someone laying on the ground. Just relax. I got 911.
You can see the Clark Bridge, correct?
Yes, I sure can.
From where you're standing. Okay, and you're at the boat ramp, correct?
I launched from the boat ramp and I started kayaking down what sounded like somebody calling from help.
Okay, let's go callback number, sir, just in case you get disconnected.
706. I got somebody on the way. Excuse me, ma'am? Ma'am, can you tell me your name? Okay, just relax, ma'am. Just relax. Just relax. Just relax. We got help on the way. All right, so you know where the Olympic Park is, ma'am? At Clark's Bridge? Where they do the kayaking? Okay, ma'am. All right, hold on. Where are you hurting? Don't move. Don't move. She has a rock underneath her and she's trying to move. Relax, ma'am. Relax. Hold on, ma'am. Hold on, ma'am. Hold on, ma'am. Ma'am. Okay, I think she just went unconscious. Hold on, let me see if I can. All right, no, she's back up. Ma'am. All right, we got people here, ma'am.
Here you go.
All right, thank you. Did you get that, ma'am?
Yes, sir, I did.
All right. Do any of y'all know her?
I do not know her, but...
Okay. So, she's conscious and she's trying to move. I think she's good right now in the recovery position, but I think something may be broken on her arm.
This is really off topic, but are you a YouTuber?
I am.
You like near bass kayak fisherman?
Yes, I do.
I see you all the time over here.
I appreciate it.
Thing, so I'm like...
Yeah.
For the next several minutes, he remained beside her, spoke with the dispatcher, tried to keep her awake, and called for anyone nearby to assist. The woman repeatedly drifted in and out of consciousness and could barely speak. At several moments, it seemed possible that she might not survive. Paramedics eventually reached the location and transported her to the hospital.
Yeah, I'll just get off with 911.
Yeah.
Again,
I mean, you just found her like this. You were just over there, and
she was yelling for help.
Ma'am.
Okay. She was just coherent here a little while ago.
I need Lucas. I need Lucas.
Yeah.
Hey, can you hear me?
Okay.
You're great for that. You really are.
No, I appreciate your help, man.
Yes, sir. I've been into fishing a lot more. I used to just go into that bridge and just stay in the dock area.
Yeah.
What do you use? May I ask, what's the best thing to catch bass and bluegill?
It depends on the time of day, the season, and whatnot. Like today, on a windy day like this, spinnerbait right now is what I was going to use. So glide baits are pretty decent, but right now I was going to go spinnerbait all day. I left the boat ramp and was coming across. Yes.
You're gonna have to post that.
Yes.
You have to block some stuff out.
Yeah, I'm gonna block stuff. Yeah. So.
Not to use her or anything. But
Yeah. Like she's gonna be all right. Like I said, I don't know how long she's been here.
With how she was responding, something might have been broken in there.
Right.
She just couldn't respond. Like, you know, when she talked, obviously it looked like it hurt.
She has some personal items over here. Looks like her phone, thermostat, and a lighter.
It was later revealed that she had suffered a stroke near the lake. According to the information shared afterwards, she likely would not have survived if Marvin had not heard her and stopped to investigate. A stroke can quickly affect breathing, speech, and consciousness, so every minute can matter. Marvin could have ignored the distant sound, but he chose to check. Would you have done the same? That's all for tonight's video. Which encounter gave you chills? Let us know in the comments below. Got your own experience? We want to hear it. And whatever you do, don't miss what's coming next.